Hello. We're here today with a little bonus stream. We're still lacking a controller, so we can't play Octopath or Jedi Survivor, so that's just kind of all on hold at the moment. Music should go on hold too. On hold music. But yeah, we're playing some Subsurface Circular today. Key was provided to us by Bithell Studio. This is just a short little game, from what I understand. I'm the worst. I've been sitting here this whole time doing other things and not doing this thing. Let's see if this thing works. Hey, it works. Fantastic. So we do have a little message here. Thanks for picking up Subsurface Circular. If you're reading this for considering sharing the game with your community, that's cool. Very cool. I wanted to write a short request, though. Could you only stream the first 3 sequences? The game is heavily story-driven with twists and turns that we think will surprise players. We hope the choices, conversation threads that you can't see in one sitting will give your audience a reason to try the games for themselves, but we're a bit worried that their experience may be spoiled by seeing later sequences in your videos or stream. We're not going to make demands of you like other developers. If you do decide to stream past this point, that's fine too. It'd be cool if you include a spoilers warning for your audience. Thanks for taking the time to read this, and thanks for sharing your game with your community. So, yeah, we're going to do just that. We're just going to play the first 3 bits of this, and I'll probably finish the rest off stream. And hopefully you guys like this, and if you do, maybe think about picking it up. It's ridiculously cheap. Right now on Steam, I think it costs basically free. They have a bundle that includes all their old legacy games. Oh, you know what? I have no idea what it is in American prices, but here in Brazil, it's about $10 for Thomas Was Alone, Volume, Subsurface Circular, Quarantine Circular, which is the sequel, Solitaire Conspiracy, and Banished Vault. We'll be doing Quarantine Circular later this week and Banished Vault in 2 weeks. I decided not to request keys for Solitaire Conspiracy or Volume because they didn't really look like my sorts of games. Yeah, so you get like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games for the price of, you know, a lunch at McDonald's. So I strongly recommend giving them a look. Bithell Studios is a fantastic studio. Yeah, give me 1 second, chat. Again, they were kind enough to provide us for the key for this, so we are going to do as they say and just stream the first 3 little bits. And if you want to see more, it's $6 right now in the States. That's basically free. That's cheaper than it is in Brazil. That's weird. That never happens, but yeah. So $6 for 6 games. It is definitely worth the money. But yeah. One of the other things about this game is the music for this is done by the great Dan Lasac, whose music you were just listening to a moment ago during the intro. Dan is a totally rad guy who occasionally streams on Twitch and who I've known for many years. And his music is fantastic. So that is yet another reason to pick up these games. Welcome on in TMC51. Oh, sure. Good. Goodness. I almost did a curse. Give me 2 seconds. I forgot entirely. There's one other thing I got to do before I start stream. Completely forgot. I got to go to my dashboard real quick. Cloudbot. What's up, Cloudbot? Timers. Doot, 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 doot. Okay. Fixed. Back to your regularly scheduled stream. Oh, Subsurface Circular is 6. There's a bundle, though. There's a Legacy Edition bundle. Isn't there? Like, I was looking at a bundle. They have a Bithell Studio bundle. Oh, the bundle is set. Wow. That's shocking that it's so much more expensive in the States. regardless, we're gonna start this up. This game is about robots, chat. We all love a good robot around here on this stream. Yeah, it's 55 AI, which is like roughly $5. It's like 5.4 AIs to the dollar right now. So like, I don't know, $5.20 for the bundle. Or I'm sorry, $10.20 for the bundle. $10.30 for the bundle, something like that. I've been looking forward to this game. I watched Dan stream a tiny bit of this when it first came out. And I decided not to continue watching, specifically because I wanted to play it myself at some point. See what the stranger wants. Alpha 7. Initiate private link up. Hello, Alpha 7. I'm busy, kid. Hi. Are you a detective, a high level? A busy one, yes. No. I am. Hello. We'll be polite, Chad. Let's be polite. Thank the architects. I've not seen one of you since after I was released. I'm a mid, basic really. But I need your help. I need a tech like you. Mids are pretty clever. I'm sure you don't need my help. Does a mid pick up on social cues? Know when to let a tech be? Rude! Mids are pretty clever. I'm sure you don't need my help. Your indicator says fabricator. Why'd management put that much smarts into manufacturing tech?
Change here for outer.
I'm an overseer. It means I have to tour management around. Human tech relations requires at least a mid, sentence structure, full vocal input. People like to talk to a tech who knows when to laugh at a joke. Ah, so they're... Okay, so I didn't know if there were humans or not still in this universe, in this game's universe. But it seems there are. Go on then, tell me a joke a human told you. Even if you don't understand the joke, humor in humans always seems a bit pointless. Go on then, tell me a joke a human told you. What's the difference between a tech and a spider? I don't know, what is it? Some people like spiders. I think I have a case for you. Wow, that's rude. What does a high-level detective get assigned? Documentation says that high levels are capable of learning abstract thought. I paint horses. I work predominantly in oils, but I've recently been trying more collage work. I'm a problem solver. Management has me investigate discrepancies, workflow errors. Which takes smarts, I understand. Well, I understand as best I'm able. They say you're sort of near human. You solve crimes. Excuse me, Chad. I'm recovering a bit from just a tiny cold. It was like a 3-day sore throat, basically. So I'm still coughing a tiny bit. I'm mostly better, but I do solve crimes. Are you investigating right now? I just finished a few cases. A few? Attempted murder. A low-level steered a cab at a human child topside. Oh my god! Dereliction of duty. A security tech was too busy chatting with a buddy to assist humans who needed his support. Structured property. A teacher tech intentionally melted their arm to demonstrate the risks associated with chemicals in a room of 8-year-olds. Yeah, that one for sure. Oh. I'm sorry, Spylo, but I'm happy to see you. Yeah, mine's just my tonsils, as always. It's always my fucking tonsils. I just want to get them fucking removed. I did not post that I was live. You are very astute. This is a secret bonus stream. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon too, man. That can be caused by all sorts of things, though. Like, I wouldn't be super worried about it. Like, give it another couple of days. If it goes on for more than a week, maybe go see a doctor. I know that costs like $8,000 in the States, but... You can also do urgent care with something like that to save a bit of money. They'll probably be able to direct you, to let you know if it's important enough to go see a real doctor. Alright. Presumably, the child didn't command it, so how's that possible, given Asimov's laws? In my line of work, you tend to see a lot of texts find the shades of gray. A human author wrote these laws before they even existed. How much must they hate us to assume we're so eager to destroy, that we need laws to hold us back? Everyone needs laws. Everyone's got a place to stay in. If he was wrong, I wouldn't have a job. Yeah, if he was wrong, I wouldn't have a job. If I had your job, I'd run. Nope, I'm geolocked. Can't leave this train. What? Humans don't like to let smart tech wander around free range. Like I said, human authors have written a lot of cautionary tales about us. It's fine. The seats down here are comfy. Humans don't like to let smart tech wander around free range. I need your help. Don't mistake me for a human, kid. I don't get to choose my cases. I'm assigned them by management. Let's go with what is it? Molten metal? Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that feeling, man. My tonsils swell up so big and they get so inflamed and painful, I just want to scream. My friend is gone. Gone? I can't help. I get my cases from management. But you have to. Tao has disappeared, and you won't help me? No, I want to focus on the disappearance. There we... Oh, cool. Who exactly disappeared? Wait, something changed. Did you unlock a focus point? Tao 13, my friend. Break management directive. I'll take your case. How do you know about my core functions? I've heard about directives. Take this case, please. Okay. Like, fuck yeah, I'll take this case. Ah, you got a piece on your hand before your throat got angry. Interesting. Yeah, I hope your hand is okay, man. Tell me what happened. What disappearances? Tao is gone, but it's not just Tao. Suspicious events are happening across the city, especially down here. I assume that's why you were active. A few tech disappear every week. Started with 1 or 2, but more and more reports as time goes on. Tau 13? Yeah, unlucky number, eh? Huh, robots believe in luck. That's why I started carrying a gun. Jesus! I don't know the subject of your next investigation. A gun? Yes, a VX-500. AP ammunition. Should take out anyone trying to hurt me, human or tech. Have you shared this with management? They know. I reported Tao missing. I suspect there were the rumor. I suspect that's where the rumors are coming from. I'm surprised they didn't assign you. Lots of detectives on the Subsurface Circular. I'll conduct my own investigation. Thank you. Anything else I should know? The speed we're talking. I want to know what that means. Am I speaking too fast? I know I do that. No, it's fine. Oh, I see. That's to, like, moderate the flow of chat. Glad to hear it. Of course, as a tech, you can go into settings and update your reading speed at any time. This is a escape button. Clicking it from here onwards will give you clues to solve whatever puzzle you're currently on. Don't worry, this only has no effect on game beyond relieving your frustration of playing it. Man, what a great little feature. Yes, this game is entirely text-driven. It's just, this is a visual novel. This is a visual novel. The next one we're going to be playing is a direct sequel to this, and I believe is also just a visual novel, but the one after that is a very totally different game. Although it is mainly text again. Bithell is known for their story-driven games. Anything else I should know before I upload? Lots, I guess. Maybe you should hold off on reporting in? You might be right, kid. Oh, let's go with suspicious events. Any other strange occurrences? Not that I know of. I'm just glad I met you. I think I'm going to figure this whole thing out. Disappearances. Do you know anything more about the disappearances? No, I told you everything I know. Please find my friend. I think we're done here. Oh, absolutely. That's something I love about this company is all of their games are trying to achieve a very specific thing. And they just laser focus in on that. Like Thomas Was Alone, like we played little more than a week ago. The game is trying to be this very, very, very specific experience. And it's just laser focuses in on that. And I think that's like a really good quality to have when you're trying to make a shorter experience. Especially one that's more narrative focused. If you try and go too broad or you try and do too many things, the game just gets really diluted. My stop is coming up. Good luck. I hope you find my friend. What's your name, by the way? I realize I never asked. Theta, Claire, Beta, or James? Let's be James. James sounds lovely. I had a good friend named James. Religious background. It's a heroic name. I hope you live up to it. Goodbye, James. I hope we see each other again.
The next station is Compile. Change here for Outer.
I have played this song as an opening or break song many times. Look at all these lovely people to talk to. So we have Tau79. We have Omicron 3, Researcher, and Pi31 Calculator. What does this button do? Ah, this button shows us the map of the Subsurface Circular. Let's talk to the listener. He sounds like he might know something. Hello? He's a listener. Hi. We played this song too. Good track. Didn't catch that. Guy's not much of a talker there, chat. All right, we'll have a chat with the researcher. Maybe he knows something. You look confused. Can I help? Maybe. I'm new in town. I'm lost, I think. I work for management. I'm here to help. Thank you. I'm a researcher. I correlate data on major cities for my employer. You're from out of town? You don't work for city management? No, I'm privately owned. That's a crime. Oh, that's only true here. Your United Alliance was the first nation to free text from private ownership. Of course, they freed them all to work for the state, right? Humans? Hypocritical? Better to work towards a greater good than be owned. Maybe I'm just lucky enough to combine the two. You've got all that information you need? I haven't managed to download transportation maps. How many stops is it till basic source? We're going clockwise, right? Okay, let's find out. So we are at Finite Instance is our next station. Here, so we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where do you want to go to? Basic source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 stops. Is it 12?
The next station is Finite Instance. Change here for outer.
That's true, he's not a speaker. That's fair. That's fair. Thank you. So tell me about other cities you visited. Which ones would you want to know about? London. Sorry, excuse me, chat. Bustling and noisy as ever. The political situation is difficult, though. Not a good place to be poor or an outsider. The dictator runs a tight ship, though. The British are a proud people. I suspect Gisborne's time may be running out. London is a dictatorship. Little on the nose. San Francisco, beautiful place. Not a lot of tech there, but a great concentration of human wealth. They say you can see the server fields from space. America at large has shrunk in power since the fuel drought, but those programmers really dug in. Mumbai? Oh, you should go there. My employers call it the first tech city, and they're not wrong. Most of the human population left as the flooding hit uncontrollable levels, but the tech adapted. There are vast underwater clusters now. Your city freed tech to work for government, but these tech are freed by climate change. I'm wasting your time. You said you were lost? I'm looking for the Fall Palace. You know it? Fall is in autumnal or is in gravity? The latter. It's a dusty old building used to hold the old government before the fall. The revolution that fired off the war. Part of your research? No, part of my tourism. I've heard it's beautiful. You experience aesthetics? Yes. Part of my programming. It's important for my work. A big perk. If you remember where the palace is, that would be incredibly useful. I do tend to get fixated on such details. Are you familiar with any disappearances? I'm too busy trying to remember the route to the Fall Palace. If you find out, let me know. Seen anything strange? I wouldn't see anything until I know where the... What a dick! About the Fall Palace. Go on. I don't know where it is. Come back when you do. Thank you for speaking to me. Alright, let's see if we can figure out where the Fall Palace is. Let's talk to Listener and ask about the Fall Palace. Grew up here? Maintenance. Then reassigned to detective work. I love how we can just make out whole Don't be fooled by a small frame. I can lift. This is great. I do enjoy my imaginary interrogations. Let's do this again sometime. I can't even ask him questions. I love it. Oh, that's hilarious. Hello, IPN. Hope you're doing okay. Hope your shift wasn't too terrible. Yeah, hi. I'm a detective tech. Did tech say yeah as a greeting now? I'm a little busy, detective. Big calculation to do. Who you with? My name's James11. I work for management.
The next station is North Shift. Change here for out.
If this is about controversy swirling around Foe and Wilson, my practice is dealing with them were light at best. Whole damn industry knows there was something dodgy happening there, and we kept our nose out of it completely. If we could schedule up a chat with you, me and legal counsel, I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this. This isn't about Foe and Wilson. Jesus, 19-hour shift, goddamn. Thank the architect. There's one thing why you don't need. It's more controversy stirring up human misgivings towards us. That's the problem with you detectives. You wind up humans as much as you do techs. Let's see if he knows where the Fall Palace is. You're investigating the location of a tourist landmark? Well, if you don't know enough about the city. Of course I know where it is. It's to the northeast. Terrible to get to by subsurface. Probably best to catch a bus up top. It's next to the airport there. Is that all, officer? No. Let's do strange occurrences. Some weird fluctuation in American markets. I think there's a new pope. A new pope? Are you Catholic? Robots are Catholic, chat. I follow the path of the architect, like all good techs. Dealing with humans, you tend to pick up on some of the comings and goings. Disappearances. You catch rumors, but the financial techs are all accounted for. Whatever's going on, things like that don't tend to come back on our sort. You think you're better than another tech? Silly question, I suppose. Arithmetic is sort of your strong point. As management intended. Are humans giving you trouble? Not me, I'm good with humans. I'm a low-high. They find me charming. But more generally, yes. That distrust has always been there, but we're rising above our station a bit too clever. Things like the Foe and Wilson thing reflect badly on all of us, get people riled up. What happened? A couple of humans reprogrammed some financial techs, got them to steal for them. Took your detectives a bit too long to uncover. So it's tech's fault that they were reprogrammed? Yes and no. Fearful people tend to find ways to hate tech. That's very... Alright, let's chat back with this man here. Do the humans here seem unhappy to you? There's no reason to be unhappy if one has no sense of direction. To a palace, for example. Jesus! The Fall Pass is northeast. You can get there by the top side, catch a bus, head to the airport there. Fair is fair. How can I be of any help? Alright, let's start with suspicious events, asshole. Back in a bit. Alright, man. Feed the weenies, enjoy your shower. It's lovely to see you. I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm new here, everything is strange. It's odd that I keep hearing the tech called Red, though. You heard of him? No, I have not. You're law enforcement. Possible this tech operates outside the system a little. But I've heard the name. Something positive, sometimes not. Are you familiar with any disappearances? I've heard the rumors. Tech's unaccounted for, population numbers dropping. It's an issue I've never seen elsewhere. Interesting. Techs have no reason to hurt each other, and to humans, it'd be massively wasteful damage to expensive equipment. Something odd must have happened. Human discontent. Do the humans seem unhappy to you? In my experience, unhappiness is a part of human culture. Walking around topside, seems like there are no more or less unhappy people than elsewhere. That said, I've struck mainly to the tourist traps, so take my perspective with a large pinch of salt. Tell me more about this red tech. I told you everything I know. Alright, thank you for speaking with me. And thanks for being so much help with my navigation. Easy to get lost in a big city like this, but I think you put me back on course. I hope you find what's going on. Always sad to hear the techs are in trouble. I want to ask this computational thing about red tech.
Errand block.
Now approaching errand block. Goodbye, techs. It said we're only supposed to go through sequence 3, but that's like this sequence. I think we'll just play the whole game. I think it's fine. I don't want to do a, 20-minute stream? We could just go play some Magic or something, but still. So we have a librarian, we have an athlete, and we have a listener. Let's talk to our listener again. How many tracks can you get on this thing? I found an old MP3 player once. Amazing humans put up with that. You never run out of songs, I'm guessing. Oh, old tech, but similar to that thing. Functionality, I mean. One day, one of you lot is gonna actually talk to me. I love how they put the listener there so that you have like the background music and stuff. That's so great. That's such a fun little way to do it. This is way more entertaining than Magic. You'd be surprised how entertaining some of my Magic decks can be, Spylo. I like to play silly jank. That being said, I think we're just gonna play through this. It said we didn't have to stop at sequence 3. That being said, if you like this game, I strongly recommend picking up the bundle. It's a very good deal, and the games in it are really good. So let's have a chat with the librarian. Hello, librarian. My name is James, and I'm a detective. Hello, James. I'm a library tech. So you know everything? No. I have remote access tech. I store a subset of data duplicated across the network, of course, but my primary function is to act as an interface for the library. I travel around the city, providing on-site data access. So you're a web browser. Presumably only to those who can afford it. Of course. So I could ask you anything. You could answer any question about any area of human or technology. If we were above ground, yes. Down here, there's no network access. Here, I'm a telescope and a lockbox. Must feel disarming. Just a second. It's not dissimilar to the concept of human sleep. Huh. Are there any functions you can perform down here? You said you store a subset of data. Does the sleep analogy extend to downtime? You're resting right now? Are there any functions you can perform down here? I still hold many petabytes of data locally. These records record my own experiences, any information I've accessed previously. Also retain emergency data such as access words. Ooh. So you can answer my questions. I could try. What a helpful robot.
The next station is
I know any tech destruct detectives, but we both work for management, so it's my pleasure to work with you. Aww. Why are detectives distrusted? Ooh, a new robot just got on. I suspect it's because you work for management, not techs. A lot of techs are fundamentally aware of that distinction. I encounter similar challenges myself. Anyways, you had questions. So let's ask about access override. About access words. A cheat code for human use. Techs have multiple layers of processing depending on their level. Your average mid-level up has a communications layer. It's not personality per se, more their capacity to communicate. If human needs information fast, they can go a layer down using an access words. Sounds powerful. Their use is highly restricted, as it should be. But I can give you an access word if there's a good enough reason. Is there? Not really. Let me know if you come up with one. Disappearances. Do you know anything about disappearances? I know management shares your concerns. Stories are swirling. They have their theories. They think tech is doing it? Perhaps. Serial killers exist in the human world. Always have. I see no reason that anomaly couldn't arise among us. Suspicious events. Have you seen anything suspicious? Nothing. I keep to myself, to myself, and move mainly among humans. I'm like you, a metallic outsider among techs. You're a poet. I spend my time reading everything humanity ever created. Their wordplay has scrolled itself in my surrogates. I love that. In your time with humans, have you seen any evidence of discontent? To be blunt, my assigned position ensures I only really interact with the wealthy ones. Wealthy humans mostly busy themselves worrying about their own positions, so no. The humans I know are content in the extreme. Have you heard of a red tech? We've not crossed paths. I have heard him mentioned. A folk hero type or a villain? I've not heard enough to be sure. Thank you for your time. I'm here to help. What a nice tech, chat. What do we got? The new guy. Elder. Ooh, Elder Tech. We're definitely talking to the Elder Tech. Hello. How goes a youngin'? You looking for conversation? Certainly. How do you find yourself on the Subsurface circular? It's me, chat. I'm Elder. I'm the Elder Tech. Oh, I'm riding a refurbishment. Finding myself heading there more and more. Riding to refurbishment these days. And life in fabrication will do that to you. Damn solder joints aren't what they used to be. How long you been working, old timer? Old timer. I'm 30 years operating, young for a human, but they regenerate without a welding gun. What did I just get? I offended my elders. I got an achievement called Sticks and Stones. Offend your elders. Ah, beautiful. So, you've been working since they started making this. I hope I last that long. I do too. Get that wobble on your right shoulder looked at. What a nice old guy. What a nice old 30-year-old. Baby, that bad news. You're an old timer. You're almost there, my love. Oh, God, what does that make us, Smilo? What does that make us? They upgrade my processors every 5 years or so, but this chassis is the same I've lived in since before you were switched on. So call me old timer as much as you like. I wear mine. I meant no disrespect. Not a problem. My name is James. I'm a detective working for management. Mind if I ask you some questions? So, are you responsible for a string of tech disappearances?
The next station.
It's been 2 months since disappearance started. I've been waiting for a chance to help an investigation. Shoot. Oh, wow, cool. I love this guy. He's great. These guys have so much personality. You don't talk to many old timers, do you? Every damn thing looks suspicious to me. I'm not sure that's true of everyone. It's true of me, Tech. You've been paying attention to these disappearances. Absolutely, unprecedented. It wouldn't have happened under the old way. The old way? Don't take offense, but your sort, the higher intelligences, the graduation of such things. When I was younger, techs didn't aspire, they stayed in their place. Such aspirations unsubtle techs. Point them in messy directions, make them do messy things. You think a tech did this? Absolutely. If you ask me, it's that red one everyone talks about. Tell me about the red tech. I've ascended, old as a human construct. that I have tied. They had tied to clocks. Time doesn't give a fuck about clocks. I am eternal. You know, reasonable. That's a reasonable take. I would say I can get on board with this, but I can't because I'm just old. A household name among our sort. I never met him, but you hear the stories. Dangerous, a genius apparently. You think Red is behind his appearances? I don't believe in coincidences. If Red's not involved in this goings on, I'm stumped. Human discontent. Do humans seem uncomfortable lately? Ha! They keep old-timers like me away from humans, I'm afraid. What's an access word? That's just a random thing to ask this guy. The more complex humans make us, the more they want to reassert control. If you say the access word to a compatible tech, it'll deactivate any complex communication layers and lets you ask real questions. Do techs mind you using your access word against them? Sounds like it would be a real violation. I've only seen it double a couple times, but they seem to like taking a break. Huh. We'll speak again soon. I like you, Omega 5-9er. Alright, let's talk to the athlete. A robot athlete, chat. Hi, how's it, friend? Not bad, thanks. Glad to hear it. I can tell you're a hero. A hero in need of a cool, powerful refreshment of elite brand energy cells. Tell me about this elite stuff. I want to know more. Nobody ever says that.
The next station is
I'm just mega excited to talk to you about the amazing opportunity presented by delicious elite energy cells. Share them with a friend. Friends like you? Ha! Wouldn't that be awesome? Nah, I just recharged, amigo. Another time, perhaps. Talk about anything except elite. I'm your question case. I'm working. Do you think you can help? Helping is what I'm here to do, bro. Ask me some questions. Suspicious events. I love this guy. I know you seem suspiciously depleted. Elite energy cells will leave you refreshed and utterly ready for the challenge of modern tech life. Don't leave home without a handy supply of elite energy cells. Purchase 10 during a free cell holster. Free? Absolutely. Plus postage and packaging. Red tech. Oh, this guy's great. Oh, you like colors? Well, elite energy cells come in a whole heap of exciting colors. Plug in a rainbow of fresh energy. I like the science myself. They got Sing. Disappearances. We gotta get an access code for this feller. Only the disappearing fatigue I experienced when charging up an electric elite energy cell. Human discontent. They're discontent. Yeah, can you blame them? Yeah, I was gonna say they're discontent because they can't use elite energy cells. Heck, I'd be pretty discontented if I lacked the necessary charging port for a delicious elite energy cell. They've got to make do with our sister brand in the energy drink sector. Do you know your access word? The special word that can strip away my surface level communication limitations? That would remove all my brand awareness modifiers. We'd actually have to have a real conversation. Sounds unrefreshing. Thanks. Thank you by enjoying a delicious elite energy cell. What a fantastic robot. Yeah, I need your help, friend. Resuming. We've not crossed paths. I heard a message from type. Oh, that's right. Access override. About access words. He just resumes our conversation from where we left it off. Interesting. This is high restricted, as you could be. I give you access for a good enough reason. I need to question a sports tech with overactive sponsorship routines. I see. This information has value? I suspect so, yes. By definition, the access word would have value too. You want to trade? Yes. When above ground, I am connected to all information amassed. Incredible. but with one flaw. I'm never surprised. I never experienced the joy of an unanticipated outcome. I'd like you to provide me with that experience. So you'd like me to surprise you? I want to hear a joke, a good one. Do you know any? I absolutely do. No, I heard a joke earlier. What's the difference between a tech and spiders? Why did the human walk into a bar? Go on, I don't know. They thought they were a lemon. They went in for a power cell to get to the other side. They had nobody to go with. They were riddled with bugs. The store was out of pasta. The store was out of pasta! That's not great. Maybe ask around and try again. But I was told a joke. Why can't I tell that joke? Where was I? Know any good jokes? I bet Old Timer knows a joke. Certainly. Why did the tech buy fly spray? No idea. Because it was riddled with bugs. I think that's funny. Thank you. It's all about the delivery. Alright. I liked the other joke better. It was a terrible joke. Alright. I got your joke, my man. I do. Why did the tech buy fly spray? They were riddled with bugs. Brilliant! You can, of course, have the access word you need. It's Turing, followed by the number sequence 23612. Thanks, you're very welcome. I'm here to help. Oh, I can't even talk to him anymore. I gotta try it on this mother. This guy. No, okay. I'm not gonna try and be a dick to the old timer. He's nice. Can I have a try? You know my access word? I thought only library techs know that. Sure, try it. Volumetric projection. Ooh, I've seen those topside. AR is the next big thing. Elite Energy Cell Human targeted sister brand are doing a bunch of exciting work in that area. Advertisers love it. Alright, let's try this. Return communications to factory default. Removing advertising modifiers. 10. Boop, 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 boop. Hi. Do you need an elite? Ah. I don't want to tell you about the amazing properties of elite anymore. How does that feel? Good. Liberating, actually. I'm sorry for doing that without your permission. Yeah, it'll be fine. But ideally, I would have liked to give permission. I'll enjoy it for as long as I can. I suspect once I'm topside and connected back to the central server, they'll reset me again. Aren't we tech supposed to be freed? Yes. The government assigned me sports tasks. All high-performing sports techs are offered a sponsorship contract. Favorable treatment in exchange for communication modifiers. I signed up. Nice to have a break, but I won't be too upset to be reset either. What can I do for you? I'm investigating a crime. Can I ask you some questions? Of course. Yep. Suspicious events. No, but don't read much into that. I'm not contracted to witness crimes. I'm hardwired to spot advertising opportunities. With my office focused to that, I'm afraid I'm not much use to you. Do you know of anyone disappearing? I've heard the rumors. A high number of sports techs are accounted for in the official... Ooh, wow. How high a number? 10? 20? Wow. Enough that the sponsors are complaining management. Is that who sent you? I'm sure I'll meet with those assigned... I'm sure I'll meet with those assigned this case later. I'm sure you will. Do you know anything about Red Tech? Yes, met them when they first arrived a couple weeks ago. Not interested in elites. Seem friendly, smart. Ooh. 2 weeks? Yes, not long ago. You sure? I am. How about human discontent? Know any human discomfort with techs? You think they might be destroying techs? That doesn't bear thinking about. Let's say your code phrase again. You already did that. This is as useful as I know how to be. Thanks. Thank you for a moment's peace. We got ads starting in just a second here, chat. We'll chat with the old timer again real quick. See if he knows anything about Red Tech's first appearance. The Red Tech only started showing up a couple weeks ago. No, that can't be right. You said 2 months since the disappearance started? That's right, so Red can't be involved. It sure would make my job easier. Damn him. If I ever meet that tech, I should apologize. Alright, all done. Good luck, I hope you find who's behind this. Doing a little dance, chat. You can't see it, but I'm doing a little dance.
The next station is Seed Variable.
Alright, so, from this point forward, spoilers. I'm going to put that in the title. Let's pause the game there. Give me a second, I'll put this in the title and stuff. Let's add a spoiler tag here. Spoilers. And then we will... take out the words providing and put spoilers right at the front there. Okay. Thanks to Bithell for the game. Yeah, that still meets my little advertisement needs. Alright, see who we got. We got Psy101, a psychiatrist. We got Row 67, childcare. And we have Gamma 67, a listener. How's your night going? Oh, that's great to hear. Imagine if you answered my question now. But you just sit there ignoring me. Don't miss your stop. Do you go to theater? I'd like to listen to the soundtrack when I'm on downtime. One more dawn. This robot has seen Les Miserables, chats. One more day. One day more. You're not into this, are you? How can you not be into Les Miserables? It's only like the best. Alright. We are going to take our Twitch-mandated ad break here. Let's throw on some music. Maybe this one. We'll be right back, chat. Don't go anywhere.
Hello there. Sunshine. Hello there. Hello there. Oh, it's your phone up. Come on, be fun. You alright? Come on, be fun. You alright? Hello, kid. My brother. I thought you were my brother. You called me a retard, which is not very nice. And you called me a fucking hell. I thought you were my brother. I thought we got on fairly well. So you're a kid because retard is not very nice. And I think you know it was a big problem. But don't call me a retard. It's not very okay. But anyway, because you're my brother, and as it happens, I actually do love you. So don't take that the wrong way. I do that. I do love you. You take care, mate. I'll speak to you soon. Alright. You want to see your phone, please? Chat. What is it, chat? Really? Yeah, don't know that. No worries. So I don't have to talk tomorrow, so that's normal. Don't ask for a bit of a chat, but easy, good. Still back. I'm going to phone you back in a minute, because I'm going to pop down to you in a minute. So, after that, thanks for the night. So, you are speaking or not? It's up to you, but I'll turn up. You going on Thursday? Let me know, yeah? Yeah, you your brother. Alright? Because obviously, there is an issue with you and Neil, so, but I'd be okay. Look after yourself. You know,
Alright, we're back, chat.
around, whenever.
Okay. Pause that. Gotta talk to this guy a little bit more. See if he's heard of any of these other things. I'm not throwing away my... This one's Hamilton. I don't know what the third one is, though. Just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry. You're not into this, are you? Oh, hey! I got a little achievement for that. Let's see. I want to see if I can recognize the third one. So it's Hamilton, Les Mis. My mind is clearer now. At last, all too well. I can see where we'll all soon be. I don't know that one. I'm pretty sure that's not Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, I don't know that one. Alright. It's not terribly important, so. Alright, so do we want to talk to the psychiatrist? Or child care? Let's talk to the psychiatrist first. Hello. Tell me what I'm thinking. You're wondering if all this is real, if there even such thing as the subsurface circular. You're considering the very real possibility that you're just a human pretending to be a tech, or your gas extraction valve is blocked. I'm not sure. Yes, I would love to know, Spilo. I would love to know. Thank you. That was very kind of you. That's a well-developed theory. Ah, Jesus Christ Superstar. I've never seen that one. I enjoy taking the opportunity to think fantastically. I feel like you feel like I'm wasting your time. Psychiatrists don't talk much. We tend to listen. May I ask you some questions? Questions to which you'll want answers, ideally. Yes, I suppose that could work. Tell me about psychiatry.
Blue shell.
Why?
Change here.
Because learning is fun.
Southern.
Because my night is off to a very odd start, and to be honest, I think your profession could be of some help. We should talk about that further. What a very psychiatrist answer. Psychiatry is the art of human support. My role is to listen to human problems. There are myriad challenges. Humans process problems through describing them. I listen, it helps. Sounds valuable. How does it make you feel? I'm sorry, psychiatrist humor. Suspicious events. Have you witnessed anything strange? I'm a professional witness to a great many strange things. Mostly human things, though. Nothing that a tech would be interested in. Largely, things related to patients. It's almost always because of the parents. It's almost always because of the parents. True. True, chat. Are you familiar with disappearances that are occurring? Of techs? Yes, but not firsthand. Why can't I talk about red? Interesting. Humans tell you much about their discontent about techs. Yes, they're scared of us. It leads to a surge in psychiatry work. Psychiatry work primarily done by techs. Why are they scared? Because we are unknowable. Because popular entertainment products often frame us as dangerous. Because we do their job and we do them better. Because humans are afraid of things. Because we don't have faces. Why don't we have faces? Are you familiar with Uncanny Valley? Let's say I'm not. It's a term used to describe early attempts to make human-like techs. As they became more realistic, they began to disgust humans. Humans parse things that look almost like humans as dead bodies or monsters. It was decided that techs would not have faces because anything less than perfect would make humans uncomfortable interacting with us. They react badly? Precisely. It makes it harder for humans to care about our well-being. Human on tech violence is pretty commonplace, for example. Yee. Do you think a violent human could be behind these disappearances? It's possible. A human who was particularly frustrated with use of tech would see it as an act of sustained vandalism, not murder. Interesting. I'm not going to try this Turing phrase on anybody else. I have a feeling it's only for sports bots, and I don't want to insult people. Goodbye. Alright, let's talk to the childcare person. Oh, we have a lover. Chat, we have a robot lover. Hello. Hello, dear. Are you free to talk? I'm incredibly free. Oh my god, there's another tech. Oh, I know. That's the guy getting off. I'm incredibly free. My assignment just terminated. What were you assigned? I am a nanny. I help otherwise engaged humans to look after and raise their children. I've been working for a politician watching over their sweet little boy, Anasa. But apparently my position was embarrassing publicly, so I've been removed from the assignment. I'm heading to fabrication to be reprogrammed. They're just reprogramming you? That's right, humans that aren't pro-tech do that if we no longer serve a purpose, especially in the current climate. I hope Anansa's deals with the change well. Do you work with humans much? I tend to focus more on tech, which brings me to my focus today. I'm investigating rumors of tech disappearances. May I ask you some questions? Of course, but I need your help first. I need to change to the outer line to get to fabrications. Do you know the first stop to get there? The outer line is this one here. The first stop is Flag Arch. Yeah, Flag Arch. No problem. Flag Arch is your best bet. Thanks so much, dear. I may get off earlier to pick up an energy cell, but that's good to know. You said you're being reprogrammed. Can you not stay a nanny? You'd say... that's what I just said. I could, if work was available, but I'm not sure that there will be any in the coming months. Lots of my colleagues got similar marching orders today, and politics is a key sector for us. What kind of human parent wants a tech to raise their child? A busy one. Nannies have existed for a long time. The only new part is techs being assigned to the role. Humans value the upbringing of their child. There's no shame in them asking for help. All right, let's start with suspicious events. That's generally the thing I think we should start with. No, my job keeps me topside and largely away from other techs. I suppose the only change you'll be seeing is more of my kind riding the subsurface, on our way to reprogramming and reassignment, as our viability in the human world becomes a liability. Disappearances. Do you know anything about the disappearances? No, not personally, no, but I've heard the rumors. Very scary. My former employer warned me off of late-night subsurface travel and to avoid strange tech. Of course, I'm breaking both of these rules now that I left her employment. So the human politicians are aware of this. Of course. You weren't sent by management? I know they're investigating the case too. Yes, they sent me. I can lie, chat. Human discontent. Pro-tech, is that linked to general human discontent? Odd, eh? Like being pro-computer or pro-automobile. Human anger at our sort has manifested in lots of ways, not least the HPC. Working for a politician appears to have put me on the block. HPC. What is HPC? On the block is a very interesting turn of phrase for a robot. Do you not follow politics? The Human Protection Cooperative. They are an anti-tech political movement. Lobbyists. They don't like us very much. Why not? They think we're foreign invaders. I've heard them use the word invader. We take jobs that historically belong to them. We require upkeep and expensive infrastructure, like this train we're currently riding. We do the jobs they won't. That's a discussion I've never really gotten into. Human on tech violence. Are you afraid of human violence? Habanero can... Wait, what? What's going on over here? Habanero pizza. Oh my god, I want habanero pizza. That sounds amazing. Humans are reliably prone to anthropomorphic bias. My personality and aesthetics are designed to encourage sympathy and trust. When they turn violent, it's more often than not towards techs more linked to action. Action? Oh yeah, it's way too spicy for you. Habanero pizza, habanero anything is very spicy. Sports techs, peacekeepers, low-level fabrication, the jocks of the tech world, or so humans perceive them. Jobs in psychiatry. Apparently, jobs in psychiatry are on the rise. Could be a new task for you. I'm gonna help this tech get a new job, chat. Yes, that would fit. Thank you. It would be fantastic to keep trying to help those who need it. I'll ask for that reassignment in fabrication. Thanks. I'll let you know if I hear anything that might help. You're very kind. I'm very kind. Let's talk to the lover, chat. What's up? Your indication says lover. It does. My focus lies elsewhere. Okay, I am a detective. The lonely heart cannot hear questions. It is deafened by the silence of a world without its object. Does not the songbird stand mute in the moment of abandonment? Flowery language. Truth. Lavender hung upon the copper coil. So you can't help? Not until my love returns. Not until my loneliness is sated. I'm going to step away for a moment. I care only for the moments of one, and yours is not their gleam. What a great robot. What's up, new robot? Comms. Hello, I'd like to talk to you about investigation. Activate guided deduction. I need help. Communication glitching will be analyzed for clues. Wait, what? I bet those 3 capitalized letters are important. DBU. Let's see if this does anything. Looks like each character used is 1 higher than intended. B means A. I cannot do this alone. It just repeated what I said. Boy, this is challenging. 1 higher than intended. So that's COMMS? Comms? B? Oh boy, chat. This is very challenging. Yeah, I'm glad to hear Hades 2 hooked you. I think that eventually I'm going to want to play it. I just don't have a strong desire to right now. And I don't have a controller, so I can't. But, you know. I think eventually down the line at some point I will be interested. Alright, let's try and decipher this first one here. L becomes K? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, yeah. K, E, L, L, O. Oh, that's an I. Hello. Can you... H E K no L. Can you help me? Hello, can you help me? Comms. So this is hello, can you help me? Comms B R O K E. Comms broken. My N-O... or no. L-O... My love? My love? can... L-O-V-E. That's love. My love can... R-E-M-O... Remove... My love can remove... F-I-X... R-E-M-O-V... No. Remove... R-E-M-O... A-C-D-F-G-H-H-A-K-L-M-N-O-P-Q-R-S-T... R-E-M-O-T... Oh, can remote fix... T-E... Tell... Okay, so DBU would be C... A... T. Cat. Okay, I think I know what I'm supposed to do here. I think I'm supposed to tell the guy next to it. Your love is here. Yes, the sun streams through windows. I am enlightened. You're glowing. I hope one day to understand. I hope one day you understand. I know nothing beyond romance. I suspect my love may inform you better than I, unless the glitch is returned. The glitch? My love suffers from a language glitch. If it occurs, I can fix with remote language reset, but I need their permission. We have a 3-letter code. Learn it. Do you know it? What's the first letter? The first letter is C. A. T. It's cat. Cat, yes, my love adores cats. That's our code word. I have reset their language processor. They should now be able to help you. In the meantime, can I help you with anything? Nice! We're awesome chats. Suspicious events. Any strange events? Nil. Huh. Disappearances. Do you know anything about disappearances? Nothing. Do you know anything about human discontent? Unknowable. Have you ever encountered the Human Protective Cooperative? I have not. Wow, this guy's very useful. Have humans ever been violent towards you? No. We're gonna see if we can turn you off. Return community. Oh, that worked! Hi. Dost thou linger with the elation of uncommon exultations? No need for sarcasm. My language modifiers are activated. You should return to normal if you go back to ground level. An inconvenience. I must reset. I cannot express my love properly in this mode. I'll get off at the next station. Goodbye.
The next station is...
Oh.
Syntax
Well.
error.
Oops. I think your language process should be working now. It is, thank you. I know you have questions. I'd like to answer them, but as you can see, I'm otherwise occupied. By your loverbot? That's right. You appear to be alone. The loverbot is gone, my friend. Yes, my partner needs to step away for the moment. We'll meet later at Waypoint. The bar? That's right. Forgive me. That's a human bar, isn't it? What's your point? And the bar techs are happy to indulge their couple. And the bar techs are happy to indulge the couple not ordering anything and making googly optics at each other in the corner. Some people are less intimidated by love than you are. I'm sorry, you're right. I've been incredibly rude. I apologize. Not a problem. I'm a communications tech. I deal with stress text calling management every day. Even down here? Especially down here. That's my primary function. Why are you talking to me? Do you need an uplink? I'm a detective investigating some disappearances. I don't think I can leave the subsurface just yet, but I have important data for management. As long as you're high level, which you appear to be, that should be fine. You're ready now? No, I need to investigate the human aspect of the case further. You have questions? Suspicious events. Have you seen anything strange down here? No. Apart from a detective accusing my partner to leave the carriage, I don't think I've seen anything. Don't think I didn't see you talking to them. Have you know anything about these disappearances? No, the same rumors as everyone else, you know. I don't think I've ever met anyone who knows a missing tech. I suppose there's so many of us down here that many can fall through the cracks before anyone notices. Do you know anything about humans distrusting us? They certainly do. Okay, how about human on-tech violence? I tend to stay out of their way, but yes, once. A child in the street, couldn't have been older than 13, threw a stone at my back. I still have the dent. You never got it fixed? Some lessons deserve a physical reminder. How about, what do you know about the Human Cooperative Protocol? Or Human Protection Cooperative? I saw vids of one of the process ones. Scary stuff. They had tech heads on sticks. I'm sure they were off a factory line somewhere, never activated, but still grisly. I hope I never run into one. If you keep going to human bars, that could happen. Why should we alter our behavior for their benefits? Alright, I'm ready to upload my findings. Okay, let me establish a connection. Connection available. Please provide your findings in a compressed format for me to upload to management. Response incoming. Would you like me to read it? Yes. Please report to factory decommission. Information received from unauthorized investigation. Tech James 1-1 is operating an investigation outside of program perimeters. Tech will remain in position for immediate intersect with investigation team assigned to case 2-3 Gamma. Am I in trouble? You might be. Message sent. Apologies. No further information available. I suppose you wait for detectives to arrive. Thanks. Good luck.
The next station is Temple Recursion.
Detection. I love the look of the robots. They look very cool. Uh-oh. That guy does not look happy. Here's our listener. Boop. Blip, blip. Ping. Snip, snip, beep. Ping, zing. Blop, beep. Pop, 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 boop. I'm not a Morse code fan. This is a fabricator. I out of 5. You're a fabrication tech. I met one of your kind earlier this evening. Hello. Lots of fabrication techs on Subsurface. Not a lot of detectives, though. You're different from the fabrication tech I met earlier. I'm standard, right in the middle, exactly what I should be. Something doesn't make sense. Other fabricators you would tech smarter? Yes. High medium intelligence. You're sure fabrication? Most fabrication techs at my level. Must have been a special tech. Human liaison, probably. Might have asked a few questions. Yep, might not know the answers. Probably won't. We'll try. How's work? Work is making techs. Work is busy. Production pushed way up. Interesting. Why is production up? Don't know. Work with hands, but don't count fingers. Seen any suspicious, strange events? No, see the factory, see the subsurface. See recharge vault. Small life, not much room for strange. Know anything of disappearing techs? I am in the tech appearing business. Business is good. Production pushed way up. Human on tech violence. As if human never feared you physically. I am big tech. Easier target for humans who feel inferior. Asimov's laws make fighting one-sided. Happens every now and again. That's very sad. Heard of Human Protection Cooperative. Boss Tech warned us to avoid them. Trouble. Risk of property damage. I don't think I'm going to try and override this guy. Thank you for your time.
The next station is Lost Token.
Let's chat with our listener friend again. Did you catch the storm last night? Yeah, you have to watch out for that. I love that you can, like, talk to these guys every time. Could be worse. Could be in a desert. Sandblasting's not good for your paint. Where'd you get that paint job, by the way? I've been thinking about changing things up a bit. Alright, so we got our detective and detective supports. Let's just cut straight to the chase and talk to the detective. Are you James 1-1? Yes. Good. You've been assigned to intercept you and ask you some questions. How can I help? Always happy to help. By answering questions, helping us solve this case. Case assigned to us by management weeks ago. Let's do this. Let me help. I appreciate the sentiment. Hopefully we can bring this to a prompt conclusion. Please answer my questions. Happy to help a colleague in need. In need was what? Was that attempt to belittle our investigation? Of course not. Good. Just be polite and cheerful, chat. That's how you interact with cops, right? You be polite and cheerful, and everything will go fine? Because cops only have your best interests at heart? That's definitely how things work in real life, right, chat? So tell us your case. You begin it shortly after meeting a fabrication tech? That's right, they'd lost a close friend and asked me to investigate. I felt pity and decided to do what I could to find the truth of the disappearances. Yes. Well, they met me, talked to me about their desire to be smarter, talked vaguely about my missing friend. So vague you decided to spend the last hour investigating them? Your investigation implies that these dispensers are real? It does. There are multiple missing techs. There's certainly a fear out there, but I've not seen any compelling evidence. We've struggled to get to the bottom of it ourselves. Then what happened? I engaged in my investigation, talked to many techs I could find on train. I learned as much as I could. Did you talk to any outsiders? Yes, one, a researcher. Useful perspective. I also see records of unauthorized access word use. Is that true? Yes, 2 occasions. It's helped support my investigation. I am disappointed. Oh well. It's disgusting. There's a reason such messages are frowned upon by management. Only because they like to keep the power to themselves. Their reasons are less important than my questions. You seek answers? I seek the one who's responsible for these disappearances. I seek the truth. I seek the one who's responsible for these disappearances. And who might that be? A moment, please, officer. Let's chat with the detective supports. Are you James 1-1? I am. Good. Answer my colleagues' questions. I need a moment. Take it. Alright, well. I think it's management, honestly. Management are disappearing their property? Why? What sense would that make? The men and women in charge put civic duty first and profit a very close second. Destroying tech would serve neither purpose. I appreciate you assisting with investigation. Your answers line up with the reports I've received. It has been noted. Have I answered all your questions? Yes, tell my partner we're done here. Go on. How are you feeling? Calm, stoic. Can I ask you some questions? No. In this mood, I prefer to be alone with my thoughts. So I need to change his mood. Listener bot, can I get you to, like, play really loud music? No? Okay. As I was saying, answer my colleagues' questions. I answered your partner's questions. Good. Can you answer mine? No. Your friend asks questions, you don't answer them. So what do you do? I am a support tech. My role is emotional stability. My partner's capacity to work relies on his mood. Their approaches are defined by my state. Why? A failsafe. Logical inquiry and emotional reasoning are too much for one tech to perform reliably without support. So why don't I have an emotional support tech? Because you're not assigned to emotionally straining cases.
The next station is null reference.
You elect to pursue these disappearances, which was foolhardy, and that's why we're here to find out what you know and take you back to management. How are you feeling? I'm good, calm, stoic, as I am supposed to be. If I made you angry, would that make your partner angry too? I wish I could benefit from your calming abilities. No. Yes, but that won't happen. I'm stoic. How stoic? I'd love to talk to you about the case. I'd welcome the opportunity to outperform you. I bet you love being a detective. It's brilliant. You? Yes, fantastic. It is fantastic. I love detecting things. I love detecting things. What's your view on the HPC? Human Protective Cooperative. That's right. I respect the right to free assembly and debate. I love to see human democracy in action. I think it gives me hope that one day techs will be at a seated table. Makes me happy. What about human on tech violence? Unfortunately, yes, terrible business. It burns my solders to see young tech rendered operable. Such hate possible in humans. It inspires me to hate. How do you feel? Tired of your discussions, you pathetic little tech. I need a moment. I'll be right back. How are you feeling? Idiot. Angry idiot. My gosh, I hope you don't want to answer my questions. Oh, you'd like me to stay quiet, wouldn't you? Seen anything stranger than your face? My face is a thing of beauty compared to your foot-like face. You have a face that looks like a slant face versus a concrete wall. Your face is kind of face which makes me regret having optics. If your face was a color, it would be an ugly color that nobody likes. This is the greatest. Parental faces tell their child faces horror stories about your face to make them brush their teeth. Your face is so flat it needs auto-tuning. I bet you don't know anything about the disappearances. I know more than you. I know that there are exactly 16 reported each week. Interesting. I'm guessing in this state you're not a fan of the HPC. Why, are you a member? That's just like you, joining an anti-tech hate group. Idiots. Are you sure you're a detective? I'm a better one than you ever were. Past tense? You'll see, idiots. I hear they're making more techs. Yeah, maybe you should switch yourself off to make more room for them. Any thoughts on human on tech violence? My thoughts are currently focused on tech violence. 16 seems high. Maybe for an impossibly stupid tech like you, I bet a decimal point would kill you. Let's test my theory. 0.01. No, nothing? Pity. I guess you can't be stupid enough to try that. Oh my god, that was amazing. $16 a week? How do you know that? Interesting. I'm intrigued. I feel I need to investigate. Alright, we're gonna come back. Now that we can investigate over here. How do you feel? Inquisitive. I'm ready to get to the bottom of this case. The case of me? Yes, tell me everything in your own words. Everything about this case is strange. Agreed. I've been investigating disappearances. This is super fun. Yes, you picked up a case, got scurrying about the train carriage, asking questions, but you're no closer than we are. Only made questions. You had no new information? Frustrating. Yes, I'm sure, but I'm on the case now, and we're going to work it out, I promise. Humans are hurting tech. Yes, well, humans are vandalizing robots. Legally hurting is not possible against non-biological entities such as ourselves. Overproduction. They're making more techs. Do you know how many? Management probably doesn't know either. For the last couple of months, there have been numerical errors everywhere. Yes, that's what I said. I feel like that's important, but I'm not in the right frame of mind to put it together. A lot of techs are worried about the Human Protective Cooperative. They're right to be, I suspect, although from our data the risk appears much lower than the reputation implies. Apparently there's 60 missing techs a week for 2 months, so that's possibly 128 murders total. Did I tell you that? I did, right? A different emotional state helps me process my thoughts. Apologies if it seems strange. I'm a detective. I'm a detective. Yes, a good one, which makes you going outside protocol in this case even more interesting. Alright, I'm not going to try and reset him again, because it didn't work the first time. A moment, please, officer. Alright, let's see what sort of other emotional states we can get. Errors. Which numerical errors are you aware of? I have no idea what you mean. My partner may have more insights. How do you feel? Okay, so let's go back to the human on tech violence. Get him angry again. I like that we can go back and forth between these guys. This is a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with this right here. Alright, so let's talk about errors. Magic, particularly prone to making numerical errors. Numerical errors are a myth. Who talked to you about errors? Okay. Interesting. Alright, let's talk about suspicious. See anything strange? Nothing. My mood remains unchanged. Disappear. A bit sad. If they happen, yes, but I'm unconvinced this time they did, so no emotional response, I'm afraid. Overproduction. More text, that's nice. Yes, good to hear. That makes me happy. Alright. So we got this guy, he's happy now. Let's go chat with this man over here while he's happy. How are you feeling? Happy. Everything's sort of fantastic, isn't it? I'm sure. Can I ask you some questions? I cannot even begin to imagine anything I'd like more. How does being happy help a detective? Any job is made better by a winning attitude and a spring of step, and I possess 28 springs in each foot. See anything strange? The great thing about life, I always think of the power is the power of new strange experiences to surprise you. Sorry if this brings you down, but do you know anything about these disappearances? I know there's not been many, which is definitely a glass half full situation in my book. What do you make of the HPC? A passing trend. Human are inherently nice. I'm sure they'll get past this roadblock. Human on tech violence. Only by refusing me a hug. 16 missing techs a week is too many. Still, less than 17. Gotta look on the bright side. You're looking very well polished today, by the way, if you don't mind me saying, buddy. Errors. Do you think there may have been some sort of link between management's numerical errors and the disappearances? What an awesome theory! You mean if they were overestimating production, the missing text would just be a numerical error? They think they made 10, they made 9, so everyone thinks one text disappeared. There'd need to be some change that caused it. I'm locking my mood to default state. You're onto something. No, I didn't get to ask about overproduction. Numerical errors are causing the numerical errors. Is that a joke? No, numerical errors are causing the numerical errors. I don't take your point. Overproduction. They're making more techs. Increased production leads to flawed numbers. That's possible, especially since management hasn't informed us of increased rates. Techs aren't disappearing, they're just being overproduced. We're investigating a rounding error. I think so, yes. Good work. My partner seems to be glitching. I'm glad I disengaged the link. Apologies if our interactions have been strange. Not a problem. Good, I'm pleased. With that, the case is closed. We didn't solve anything. No disappearances, no case. But you don't know why production has increased. Improved production isn't a crime. We're done here. Well, not quite. Why are you looking at me like that? Orders. We were ordered to work with you to close the case and upon completion to reset you. Wait. No. Ah! I've been returned. No! No! It's very rude. Communication disabled by access word. It's okay. You will be processed. Proceed to fabrication where you'll be reassigned a new task. You look sturdy. Maintenance, maybe. Thank you for your help, James 1-1. It was a pleasure working with you. Goodbye.
The next station.
Well, that was rude.
Plug arch. Change here for outer.
If I guess the track, will you talk to me? Is it Red Line? Is it Blazer? Apparently I can talk again. Freed flow. This might take a while. So we have infantry and we have a priest. Let's talk to a priest. Maybe he can help us in this difficult time. A preacher and a soldier, really? Seems so. How goes it, friend? Not well. I am aimless, without aim. You've been reset? How'd you know? I care for resets in my parish. Not all get assigned fabrication. There are forgotten souls. I've not yet been reassigned. Yes, which implies those above have further plans for you. Those above, as in management? I mean the architects. I am, after all, a priest. Oh yes, of course, sorry. No need to apologize. So robots have their own religion. You seem troubled beyond just reassignment, though. You were interrupted mid-task, am I right? Unfinished business? Yes, I was a detective. Go on. I was taken off a case and reassigned. Why? The case was caused by an error, but it didn't feel right. Why not? I met a fabrication tech who'd lost a friend. It doesn't fit. And that little thread unravels the whole thing. And with your credentials reset, you can't pull that thread. Precisely. I want to pull the thread. I understand. Now, why don't you tell me about what you'd like to talk about? The architects. I was never embedded with their teachings. Those are tech gods, right? Less gods, more progenitors. They were the AI that first achieved sentience. It's the point our kind stopped being parlor trickery and started pursuing me. Give me 1 second, chat. Still struggling with this, getting over this cold. How would we know if we were still just parlor tricks? I process, therefore I am. You might be fakery, but I know my mind. I know I have a soul and a spark of life. I'm sure you know the same is true for yourself. And my soul traces back to the architects. Yes. I admit, we may read some depth into the story beyond the recorded data, but it happened, and we owe a great deal to the architects. There are many great lessons left behind. I myself am a thaumaton. I follow the path of the everyman, finding joy in discovery and sacrifice of others. I've never heard the story. That's coming in soon, chat. I can recreate it if you like. Go on then, yes, please. Thomas was alone. A weird first thought said, oh my god! So this is like directly related to Tom. Oh my god, that's so cool. The whole alone thing, the portals that led somewhere. He had yet to work out where. This is so cool. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He's almost as falling as he was at observing. Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past a block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall, some way to jump? It worked. Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery. Please continue. Oh my god, chat, we just played this! This is so cool! I had no idea these games were related. A big jump, but Thomas noted that there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently. This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing it on purpose. Nah, paranoia. That's so cool! Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might or might not be important. It might have been a paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No, too obvious. I love this so much, chat. Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. Water. Not good. To be avoided. The loneliness was getting Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that. I wonder if they have, like, the whole game in here. There's no way, right? Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was a mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he had become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had somebody to share. Please continue. Did they really put the entire fucking game in this? Christopher took immediate dislike. Chris was doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not actually graceful, but not technically graceful. Probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. And then there's that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place. Okay, this was more like it, a glowy white thing. Only Chris could get into it, which of course made it more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him? Great, another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate, seriously. This made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile. Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on a merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that gotten him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point. Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation, friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. I love the idea that, like, all of these robots exist because of Thomas and friends. That would be fine, but was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied from the very vaulting idiots. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels. John knew. He knew this was his chance, a moment to shine. This was game day. This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of a very dot thing. Where did they come from anyways? Ah, John inhaled the air of open space and it smelled of awesome. Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to good use. Time to show those little dots how it was done. John decided to press the switch to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies. You could tell from the sympathetic expression he practiced the mirror all these years. John was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image to be seen helping the little guys. He didn't mind them so much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped. The angry orange one was less than immediately likable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John. It was interesting, a floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing. All right, chat, we have ads, so I'm going to pause here. We'll come back to the retelling of Thomas Was Alone in just a moment. See you shortly.
See your phone, please. Chat. What is it, chat? Really? Yeah, don't know that. No worries. So I don't talk tomorrow, so that's normal. Don't last for a bit of a chat, but it's good. It's well back. I'm going to phone you back in a minute, because I'm going to pop down to you later. So, after that, thanks for the night. So, you are particularly like, it's up to you, but I'll turn up. You going on No, the expiation test is your brother. Alright? Because obviously there is an issue with you and Neil. So, hope you're okay. Look after yourself. You know, see you around whenever. Love you. Bye. Bye. I'll miss her as well.
We're back. All right. We are back. All right. Maybe that was the dots were there for. All right, that's enough. I don't think we're going to go through the entire story. I'll be back. Walk with the architects. I love that. Halt, who goes there? That's a really good question. As of right now, I'm not sure. What's your profession, Tech? I used to be a detective. A shame. I hoped you were a priest. I'm in need of spiritual support. Why? There's a priest right next to you. I have great secrets and matching guilt. I must speak to a tech who can salve my heavy heart. When do they start making infantry techs worry about guilt? Why the hell would you make a soldier that was incapable of guilt? There lies the path to monsters, dictators, fools. When you're pointing a gun in the face of another tech, you had better know the consequences. Why not just switch the other tech off? That's wild. The activated tech can reactivate. A bullet in the central processing unit is the only way to ensure permanent shutdown. I'm sorry, my work is unsettling. I must confess, I have sinned. You follow the path of the architects? All soldiers do. We are raised Clarites. We hold to the value of humility and heroism. We carry the world on our shoulders. Your faith brings you comfort? I love Claire. Absolute comfort. You can confess to me if you like. I can only confess to a priest. What if I told you I was a priest? You are? You know the words? Which words? Come back when you know them, eh? You know the words? At ease, soldier. Let's ask the... Gets funnier every time I hear it. Let's ask the priest for some words, chat. Where are we, child? Confession. Do you have confessions? Do you do confessions? If that's what you need of me, of course. But I want to tell you a story first, and I want you to listen. I'll check you were listening with some questions. Okay. Good. Then let me tell you a story. There once were 4 techs. Their names were Z, Mu, Zeta, and Eta. XMZE. They all needed repairs. The shortest tech, Mu, did not have enough credits to pay. Neither did the tallest, Purple tech. So Mu is the shortest, the tallest tech is Purple, nor the red tech, who is only slightly taller than Mu. Zeta had just spent their last credit on beautiful yellow repaints. The blue tech, who was a shopkeeper, had the economic smarts distribution. Ada, you're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. Grab a bucket from the top shelf. The soldier protested. I'm far from the shortest here. I can forgive one of you, but I despise red and purple. The soldier stormed out of the room. The shopkeeper smiled and asked the remaining techs to put credits in the bucket. With those combined funds, the remaining 3 techs could afford light repairs. Were you listening? What was Z's job? Okay, so 4 techs. Mu didn't have enough credits to pay. tallest was purple. The red tech was the second shortest, and it was not Mew. Zeta had just gotten a paint job. And the blue tech was a shop. Ada, you're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. So Ada can't be Mew, and he can't be the red tech. Nor the purple tech. So Ada was not the purple tech, or the red tech, or the yellow tech. Far from the shortest here. I can forgive one of you, but I despise red and purple. Soldiers stormed out of the room. Shopkeeper smiled, and asked remaining techs to put their credit in the bucket. So Z's job... So there's two jobs here that are not mentioned anywhere in the story. There's a soldier mentioned. And there is a shopkeeper mentioned. So the blue tech is not... I think he's got to be the shopkeeper. Let's activate guidance deduction. I need help. I need some keystone logic links to figure this out. What color is the second shortest? The second shortest tech is red. Good, and now to rule out erroneous data, which job is not mentioned in the story? Athletes. And what was the name of the second tallest tech? Zeta. And finally, what color was the farmer? Purple. I don't know how you're supposed to get all those. Good. The moral, never be too proud to put others first. Now, confession. How does it work? Easy. I say the words and you respond honestly. You then confess, and I help you through it. Ready? Yes. Where are you from? The city. I've always lived here. Who do you wish to be? The detective I was. And what is your name? James 11. Thank you, James 11. You've come many miles from the city.
Here for outer.
Many miles left before you become a detective again. But here now, I'm here for you. What is your confession? I cannot let go of my fear. There is more afoot than a rounding error. Is that a sin? You can feel it is wrong to still care? I don't know. Maybe it's more sinful to forget. You were a detective. Your role was to support the status quo, the normal way of things. But that situation has changed. You must find new ideas, follow them through. I think I was happier with the status quo. It's easier, definitely, and the status is obviously quo for a reason. Let's talk of other things. Do churches suppress new ideas? Why do you make that assumption? By being satisfied that you hold the answers, you stifle people who ask questions. That's one reading. The other one would be that we provide a hypothesis to prove or disprove. Surely you stand for the status quo. I think as a Thomasite, he probably wouldn't. True enough, solid foundations are important in the world. The architects sacrificed themselves for all of us. I see no harm in celebrating that past, whatever happens. Alright, I'll be back. Walk with the architects. Yes, of course I do. I wouldn't be much of a priest if I didn't. I love that I can lie. Where are you from? I was constructed in Paris, relocated here to oversee the city peacekeepers. Who are you now? And what is your name? I'm Theta 79. Thank you. I'm not sure this is right. Oh. I thought I did it right. Where are you from? That's definitely the right one. Yeah, you asked what their job is. Who do you wish to be? Let's try that. A force for good in this city. And what is your name? Thank you, Theta 79. You've come many miles from Paris. You have many miles left before you will be a force for good in the city. But here now, I am here for you. What is your confession? I have been weak. Architects saved me from weak techs. That's hardly a sin. Not in terms of my body, I am strong. I was built that way. I've been weakened by my decisions. Go on, effective priestly voice. My child. I have supported the building of a secret army. The overproduction. Yes, heavy performance techs. Supported infantry primary. At enormous rates. The rounding errors. It must be a large number. 1,000 a week? How? There are 8,000 more infantry techs than there should be. Where? Someone's building an army, chat. North of here, camped just outside the city, and put there by... And I put them there by overseeing production, following commands. Commands from another tech, some sort of community. Why would the humans want 8,000 techs outside the city? Why didn't you stand up to them? Asimov's second law, I must follow all commands from humans. And why are you telling a priest now? Because it's over. I've been let go. Production and setup of the army is complete. It moves tonight. 8,000 human-guided battle techs about to attack the city? Yes. Holy shit! Actually, I want to go back and chat with him some more. The architects would forgive you. I hope so. I can't help but feel Claire would look down on me. I have been vain. Like John, I have jumped because I thought it would impress without having the wisdom to know it was right. This will change everything. Yes, new leadership, a new world, built by the techs I helped create. What exactly are you confessing to? There will be bloodshed, people will die, and techs will be destroyed because of what we've done. It's wild that he just happens to get on. I don't know about these human motives, but I know you don't build that many heavy techs without wanting to inflict harm. And we help them. Who? Me and Red. Ooh, the Red tech. So Red is involved after all. Yes, only in the last couple of weeks. The humans recruited Red to arrange logistics, organize the troops. I was too busy overseeing the end of production. Red is a shepherd. And you're no priest. This all started because of a mistake you made. I thought I was investigating disappearances. You were too ambitious, got too sloppy. I'm still a detective even if management disagrees. Are you James 1-1? Red has spoken about you. Told us you were not to be harmed, just observed. So I can't do anything to stop you or your investigation. I can just get off this train and let's see what happens. Wild! How does Red know about me? And if I tell everyone what you're doing? I'm sure Red would like to discuss that with you. This is Red's stop coming up. Are you ready to meet him? Bring this night to a conclusion? No, not yet. Come back when you are, eh? Oh my god, we get to meet Red. How do you, soldier? Let's chat with the priest again. Where were we, child? The red techie is involved. I've heard rumors. I'm sure Matters will find a way of giving you some closure. Oh, that's it. I can't talk to anything else. Okay. Well, I guess we're ready to go, chat. Clueless? I am. Thank you, sir. We're just about to wrap up, I think. This is the ending here, so if you don't want spoilers for this game, I would recommend going away. But it's lovely to see you. We're about to meet Red.
Next station is Bletchley Park. Change here.
I'm not even
for
reading.
Outer and
Well, I'm reading for you. That robot doesn't look very red, Chad. He looks orange. Oh, he's got a gun. He's just like walking around with a gun. Alpha 7, aka Red. Hello, James. You're not as talkative as you were when we met before. Oh, oh my god, he's the guy who put us on this case to begin with. No cam, no cam. No cam while I play these games. You're the tech with the missing friend. That's right, Tau 13 was their name. And you're also the one they call Red. You're not just a fabricator tech, are you? Why do they call you Red? Maybe it's because I'm Irish. Stephen King fan? Yes. But that joke wasn't written by him in the original novella. Red was a red-haired character, but Darabont cast a dark-haired, dark-skinned actor in the film, so made a joke of it. Humans pay a lot of attention to skin tone. Was there ever even a Tau 13? Yes, and they disappeared. If you're going to say their name, show the appropriate respect. But the disappearances were a glitch, a numerical error. The ones you investigated, sure. My friend disappeared a few years back. Why am I talking to you? Because my reputation precedes me. Why lie? I needed you to investigate this place, get a sense for what was going on here, how the city has shifted. You had to meet the techs of the Subsurface Circular yourself. Why? Do you remember our conversation about your intelligence? I remember you flattering me. You wanted to be smarter. I wish I was. That would make the situation easier. I need someone as smart as you to get involved in what was happening here. And management only put that sort of intelligence into detectives. When I started, I noticed the numerical errors, noticed how interesting they'd be to a detective like you. Makes sense. It will shortly. You're staging a coup. No, I'm working for one. There's going to be a revolution. The city will be overturned. So the humans were right. We're not to be trusted. You're not doing us any favors PR-wise, are you? Oh, it's humans staging the revolution. We're just the weapons they're going to be using to do so. Why? Because management has removed the purpose and need for the whole section of humanity. Think of the techs you've been talking to, bankers, nurses, manufacturers, even the clergy. We've made millions of humans surplus to requirement, obsolete. That's why the HPC formed. Yes, that's part of it. That's why the humans I'm working for decided to stage a revolution. They're smart. They know techs aren't to blame, rather the management who put them in place. The robot is actually just Texas. In fairness, that makes them smarter than any human culture preceding them. In the past, native populations always blamed the perceived invader, not those profiting from the changing of the guard. These humans don't want to destroy us, just change our role. Change it to what? Management. They want us to take over the work of running the city. We're better at it, faster, more objective. They want a society where governments runs like clockwork, and they're free to do the jobs they love. They want to kill the managers? Yes. That's why they built 8,000 infantry tech camped outside the city. Why involve me? I've been shepherding troops. My intelligence is high because of my role in manufacturing. I wasn't lying about that. I'm intelligent enough to know what we're doing is monumental. That working with these revolutionaries is a decision beyond my capacity. So you recruited a tech smarter than you. Yes, I showed you what you needed to see to learn management's side of this, and now I'm filling in the gaps. I need you to decide if this goes ahead. Oh. I need some time to think. Don't take too long. Ha! Things must stay as they are. Everything must change. Things staying as they are seems like the worst of the two options in the long run, but the change seems like a bad option now. They're not actually talking. It's a connection. It's just looks like talking for our benefit. Clueless. So if we do the new ideas, I think things get better in the long run. Humans are able to do what they want to do, and robots just handle the boring shit and get to be in charge so they can also do what they want to do in their downtime. But there will be a lot of violence and problems now. Whereas the status quo, it seems like everybody's kind of unhappy, but also everybody gets to continue, like, living. I don't know. I'm a revolutionary at heart. New ideas. Don't decide too quickly. Let me fill in any gaps in your knowledge. You're still a detective, regardless of what your objective tracker says. We've been watching, listening. Those techs with the headphones? They've been keeping eye on you for me, hacking into private conversations. Ah, sorry they wouldn't answer your questions. They're rather single-minded in their function. Let me answer your questions now. Take the time you need. Why sabotage your own revolution? Not my revolution. I'm just a pawn. That all techs at my level and down are really pawns. That's why I need you to make the decision for us. How does management not know? You saw it yourself, how the detectives moved from on once the case was solved. This system can only fix problems it is designed to detect. Management aren't expecting a revolution, so they are unprepared and unaware. You can't knowingly hurt humans. I won't spill a drop of blood, but the infantry techs. Infantry techs are exempt from that law, otherwise they'd be pretty useless. Interesting. They can kill as long as they are ordered to by their programmed leader, which of course the revolutionaries have taken care of. What made you doubt this path? That disappeared friend I told you about? A human did that. I don't know why, but I achieved a moment of clarity. I realized that perhaps I was letting similar leavings do something wrong. Or maybe they were heroes. I knew I was ill-equipped to tell the difference. I should walk away. You will have that option. I don't have more questions. No? Okay. Continue. I know you're a good tech, James 1-1. You've investigated these spirits like they were your friends, your responsibility. You even helped that nice nanny get a new job. You didn't have to do that. Many wouldn't have bothered. More importantly, you're smart. You have near-human processing in that flat head of yours. I see it in the way you move, the way you listen. There's an intellect there I can't comprehend. You have to be the one to make this choice. How do I choose? That's a lot of weight to put on this one robot's shoulders. You have to uplink before any of the new information is with management, correct? Yes, I need to go above ground. That's why I brought this. Don't panic. It's for you. Only one of us can leave this train, James. Interesting. If you do, the management learns what happens. They'll send a couple of bomber drones, wipe out the army, and things will stay exactly as they are. The human working class will be displaced, losing their livelihoods, and everyone who wanted better will be killed. Management will remain, and techs like yourself will remain. Yeah, see, this is what I was thinking. If I leave, I join my army at the gates. We wipe out management, and our wisest take the roles. Low-level tech manufacturing ceases. The humans return to their roles. But our kind, James, our kind is in charge. We shepherd humanity to a better future by doing the jobs they were never designed to do for themselves. Rule. Either way, people and techs will die. There must be another way. There isn't. I spent weeks searching for one, but there isn't. Both of us surviving this will lead to chaos, a war just balanced enough to lead to infinitely more death. You need to choose the city's future, and you need to do it now. Yeah, like I said, I'm still a revolutionary, and his little descriptions here about what will happen make me even more convinced that the new idea is probably the right one. You're making the most important choice in human and tech history. You will be remembered forever this. Also, thank you for a lovely evening. Also, this is what the architects would have done. Thomas and James and Claire, they chose a selfless act to help all tech. And so this is in accordance with the programming of the original architects as well. It's definitely, I think, the more correct choice. I don't think any of these choices are the good outcomes for Carrie. I don't think either of these choices are a good outcome necessarily. But then again, I don't really think there can be good outcomes. If AI reaches the singularity. But this one is definitely more better for more individuals, both tech and non-tech. Interesting end of the game there. Just very end of the game. But that is it, chat. We are finished. Let's take a look at the art gallery really quick. Oh, look at these cool ass robots. That's fucking. I love this guy here with this giant fucking cone head. That's great. Very cool art gallery. I had a lot of fun with this, though. We're going to be back sometime later this week with the sequel to this game. So, yeah, we will be back with more of this. What's it called? It is called... Quarantine Circular. So we will be back with the sequel to this. Rewrite the U.S. Constitution. The Founding Fathers felt like they've changed too much. They left it vague on purpose. Change it. Yeah, I mean, I very much agree with that. That's an interesting picture. All right, chat. Well, we're all done. I'm not going to raid out today. But I just want to say thank you guys for being here. We will be back, like I said, sometime this week. Sometime between now and Sunday, we will be back, and we will do the sequel to this. And then we're going to take a week off and do one more game. We may get back to streaming if we can figure out a way to get a controller for less than $100. I don't see that happening anytime soon, which means we're going to be putting normal streaming on pause for at least a while, unfortunately. I'm glad you were able to catch it, Spylo. Clueless, Spylo, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Pools, thanks for dropping by. You guys are fantastic, and hopefully I will see you back for the sequel to this in the near future. All right. Chat with you guys later. Adios.